When you were little, who did you want to be when you grew up? And is that what you ended up doing? Uh-huh. Oh, you haven't grown up? Me neither. But back in the 70s, watching Lynda Carter on TV, I really thought I was going to grow up to be Wonder Woman. In this 1982 TV movie we're going to talk about today, Lynda Carter plays Brian, pronounced like the guy's name, but spelled like Brienne. Cute. Brian works as a bartender, but she really wants to grow up to be an artist. So, she's going to art school and waiting for her paintings to sell someday. One night at the bar, she defuses a bad situation with a very drunk customer. Later, at Brian's home, we see a POV of someone watching through the window and trying to get in. Then, there's a knock at the door, and it's Justin, a customer who witnessed her helping the rowdy customer to chill out. It's a crazy meet-cute, but just go with it. Anyway, Justin says he saw the drunk from earlier follow Brian out of the parking lot, so he came to help. Of course she calls the police, but she also makes Justin a cup of instant coffee while they wait. And he tells her the most fascinating thing. He is a psychiatrist who runs a hotline where people can call in if they need to talk. And he was so impressed with the way she handled the situation at the bar that he wants her to come and work at the hotline. Brian accepts the unconventional offer, but then an unsettling voice calls to confess that he's been hurting people. He invites her to play a game, figuring out who he is. Brian turns around and becomes Sherlock Holmes to solve the mystery. It leads her on a wild ride on a plane and a boat. She eats fish for breakfast and goes to a mental institution for iced tea. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but I will do my own Sherlock turn and list the suspects. There's the drunk at the bar, of course, and unfortunately, Justin, just because of the way he showed up at her door. Then there's Brian's other boss, the bar owner, Kyle. Kyle was a stunt double for a famous cowboy actor, Tom, and Tom's a suspect too. Tom's not only a former suitor of Brian's, but I'll give you one last clue. He's also got quite a sad and compelling supervillain origin story. However, when it comes to mystery movies, it's often the most obvious suspect who is the least likely. I liked Hotline enough to watch it twice, mostly because of Lynda Carter. This is a small criticism, but I would have liked to see more shots of the art Brian was creating. The solution to the mystery was a bit confusing, and there was an overtone that I didn't pick up on at all until the second watch. I can't believe this mystery was mysterious. I know that's the point, but for me personally, I like to guess the killer, and I like formulaic TV. Sometimes I even read spoilers because it makes the show more relaxing for me when I know what's going to happen. My son and I watch a lot of British TV mysteries together and spend the whole time trying to guess the killer. Do you try to guess, or just let the mystery unfold? By the way, when Brian goes to work at the hotline, she has a friendly coworker named Rick. Let me know if you recognize him from another throwback movie. And see if you recognize a certain singer-songwriter with a famous brother in a card game at the bar. There's also a funny cameo from a famous British TV writer. I hope you watch Hotline and come back to talk to me about it. It's on Tubi if you're interested. While watching, I tried very hard to turn off the part of my brain that says, hey, here are some other movies where someone works at a hotline, because I always go down a rabbit hole looking for references, and it takes me out of the movie. Do you have any annoying movie-related habits? Can you think of any other movies about hotlines, or just phone operators in general? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more relaxing telefilm talk. I'll keep the instant coffee in the jar for you.